So I wanted to do this video on black women and their inherent hate for black women, basically. I want to go on this on two levels, and I think this is an important topic to talk about, but I'll probably talk about this more in the next video. First off, okay, so I went onto the channel. Sometimes I go to this channel, has this channel for the dark-skinned black women, colorism crybabies. I go in there because sometimes I agree with them on dark-skinned black men, and sometimes I'm there to share my opposing opinion. And I've always done that. I've always been there sometimes, every now and then. I've been there since 2018. At the beginning, that was back in the old days when I would often be showing everybody my DNA results back then, because I like to do that because, I don't like when dark-skinned black people try and act like they have some kind of purity over me. When, if we're really going to play that game, damn it, I'm going to show you how you don't have the purity over me. But anyway, that's a whole different story. So there was these people who were basically, they were upset. And it all started because I said that Thandi Newton is brown-skinned. And they got so triggered and so upset. And it's so funny because it's like this was the same group of people who were mad at me because I was saying I was light brown. Like, I didn't even say I was light-skinned. But on this platform, I literally said that I was light brown and people got mad at me. And now they're mad because I said that I was brown-skinned and they're dark-skinned. I didn't attack them for it. I actually explained to them why they're brown-skinned. And they got more mad at me for it. Because I was saying, okay, so if you compare your skin to black socks or white socks, which socks are you closer to? And most of the time, these type of women will be closer to the black socks. That means you're not medium. Because if I put on some socks that are white or black, my skin and the socks are going to contrast with each other. And they're going to show a significant difference. Because I'm not on the end closer to white color, and I'm not closer to the color of black. I'm straight in the middle. To white people, I'm dark, but that's just to white people. To dark-skinned black people like that, I guess I'm light. And honestly, I've always known I was light. Sitting next to someone who is dark-skinned, you will shine when you're my color, but I've always been like, well, what is their opinion? ? Seriously, how is it that important that dark-skinned people make me look light if most people aren't even dark-skinned black people? Now, I can understand if most people were dark-skinned black people, then yeah, maybe I would call myself light-skinned. But most people aren't dark-skinned black people. Most black people aren't even dark-skinned. And I just kind of was just honest, A lot of them keep trying to be brown-skinned and then still get angry at me if we were to say I was light-skinned. And that's because in reality, they just want to be me, in my opinion. You want to be brown. You want to be caramel. And honestly, if we really want to get down to it, a lot of the dark-skinned black women want to bleach their skin to my color. Or they actually do bleach their skin to my color. This is a major reason why I get accused of bleaching. Even though I've shown my DNA results, my 23andMe results literally say I'm light. I'm not dark. On the skin color part of it. Anyway. But people will try and say that because dark-skinned black women, if you look at bleaching clips, interviews, women who say they bleach and so forth, they bleach, and if they bleach hard enough, they turn into kind of like a synthesized caramel color. Many of the time it's still darker than my complexion. I've said that before to some dark-skinned bleachers, saying, "You're still darker." It's kind of funny. Anyway, which is just stupid. Like, stop killing yourself just to be darker. Like, just stop it. But the point is, out of these people, have that mindset, and they think of things like that. They've thought about bleaching in the past. They've thought about wanting to be a brown skinned woman because they think it's better than what they are, you know. And a major thing with brown skinned black women, we get a lot of jealousy from dark skinned black women. We get more jealousy, I think, than light skinned black women do, because light skinned black women, many dark skinned black women will revere light skinned black women. It's almost like that unattainable thing that they basically worship. And some of them get angry because they worship them, but they worship them and they have jealousy. So they have two sides. They have a good side. With us, they don't. They don't worship. They just are jealous and consistently try over and over and over and over again to be us. And that's what's so annoying with them, because it's like the most of the time it seems like with dark-skinned black women is that they are basically just hiding their hands, but in reality all they have in their cards and on their deck of cards is hate and more hate and more hate and more jealousy and more anger. They don't see brown-skinned black women the same as dark-skinned black women. They just don't see us with them. The only thing they see us as is a way to try and make us feel bad about our skin tone just because they feel bad about their skin tone. That's the best thing they can do for themselves in their mindset. But they can't actually be like, oh, you're a part of the Black Girls Club. You're not a part of you're not with dark-skinned black women. We're not included with them. We're not, and we're just hated on by them. It's annoying. And honestly, I'm not going to say it's just dark-skinned black women. Many light-skinned black women do the same thing. But it's a different story. It's more so a competition issue, because with light-skinned women and biracial women, many of the time, with black men, the thing is, a lot of people who are brown-skinned are looked upon as light, kind of. So then what happens is if we are of the mindset of some people, they kind of compete for the same type of thing. Personally, for me, I'm not attracted to black men, one. And two, I would never entertain a messed up, dark-skinned black man. I think he needs to go to therapy just like the dark-skinned black woman. The ones that are of this mindset. I'm not saying all dark-skinned black women or black men are this way, but I'm just saying from what I just encountered in that comment section, and what I've seen in that comment section regularly is an innate hate. They always have a hidden anger or hate towards people like me who are brown skinned. We can't ever be included as brown and dark skin as if it's the same thing. If they include brown and dark skin together, they're never including people like me. They're always including a Kiki Palmer or a Gabrielle Union, someone who is mistaken for dark skin. They don't include a Zana Lathan. They don't include a Zoe Saldana. Those are people that are like my color, and they don't include them most of the time. Most of the time they look at them as if in a hateful way, just the same as they do with light-skinned people, but they don't worship them. So then they have this hate in this way of like, I want to go after you and attack you more than even light-skinned black women sometimes, It is what it is. It's sometimes, honestly, a lonely place for a brown-skinned girl, honestly, because you have so much different dynamics of different people who have an issue just because of your skin tone. And then you have, on top of it, people your own skin tone that you compete with because you have the same phenotype as. You just can't have any peace around here. It's annoying. But I just was pointing that out. And, I kind of found it funny because it's like, you finally are at least angry enough to actually be truthful in the fact that you do not see women who are caramel the same as you. And you want to call them light skinned because you want to take their name as brown skinned because you don't want to be dark skinned. Why do you see dark skin as a bad thing? You can't say that you're proud of being dark skinned when you aren't even wanting to be called dark skinned in the first place. You don't love yourself if you can't even say you are what you are. Why don't you just accept the idea of being dark skinned, then accept how beautiful the skin tone is? Why not do that? That's what I would think they would do, but no. So anyway, that's all I had to say in this video. I just find it really, really, really weird that some people like this get so, aggressive towards other black women. It shows they're, among black women, many of the time, they have no appreciation for their own self. And this is because dark skinned black people generally don't have any appreciation for their own self. They don't like dark skinned people, they don't like brown skinned people, they don't like light skinned people. The only people they'll actually truly respect are white people. And that's so messed up that they're wired that way, because do you expect them to make much of themselves when they view white people as the ultimate end all be all of everything? Of course, they can't. They see themselves as the lowest of the low. And that's why they're really angry at light skinned and brown skinned black people, because they see themselves as beneath us. And it's sad because it's like we shouldn't see any view of black people as beneath anybody on skin tone. Skin tone doesn't define your character, and why would white skin be better? Just because of social training or how you were taught? Why didn't your parents teach you to love yourself? You know? There's so many questions I have for women like that, but they never can answer the question. It's just like the video I made before. No one can ever be truthful or answer the question because there's too many deep down inside issues that will not let them actually honestly speak. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching and bye.